I know I'm not alone when I say that autumn is one of my favorite times of year. Come along with me while I share some apple picking, pie baking, and some homemaking advice for busy moms like me. I've lived in the mountains for 7 years, and we are fortunate that even though we don't have an apple tree at our current home, we have friends and neighbors who are so generous and share with us. We visited a special friend on this day who let us pick apples and pears on his beautiful property. I try to savor this season because I not only love the coziness of it all, I'm a librarian, so cozying with a good book is my love language. But I am also reminded of the fleeting, ephemeral season. The colors change, and the apples remind me to prepare for the winter. We get lots of snow where I live, and it has taught my family and me to be prepared. But I like to be prepared in other areas of my life too, not just the actual seasonal changes. I think about how motherhood and homemaking has seasons as well, and it can be good to be prepared. You can't be prepared for everything, but you can posture yourself in better ways so that you can pivot as needed and keep your home afloat and your family happy. Now, I don't claim to be an expert at homemaking or at motherhood. I titled this video with the words busy mom in it, but I actually don't care for the word busy very much. You may think I'm in denial about it with 4 children, a full-time job outside of the home, and homeschooling to say the least. But the word busy always rubbed me the wrong way because our culture glorifies busy. I don't like to be busy for no reason. I don't like to associate value and worth with busyness. But I know it's a reality. It's my reality and it's most of your realities. So let's just embrace it and learn how to get through it together. Today I want to share some wisdom for busy moms. Whether you work outside of the home or not, whether you are 30 years older than me or 10 years younger than me, maybe you're a new mom figuring it all out, or you're a seasoned mom who just needs a fresh way of viewing your current state. I tried to narrow it down to 5 not so unique ideas, but maybe it's phrased in a way that you've never heard before. It's like a fresh coat of white paint over an already white wall. Number 1, done is better than perfect, and small is better than lazy. I think we've all heard that done is better than perfect. It's for the perfectionists in all of us. Sometimes we are overly critical of ourselves and our work, and it can be paralyzing. So I learned that while I don't like to compromise quality, sometimes you have to take a deep breath and be okay with whatever work you submit or whatever work you tie your name to. Otherwise, you will never get anything done. And most times I have found that other people don't notice the mistakes and wouldn't be able to tell the difference between your almost perfect and your perfect. But I wanted to add something to that. Small is better than lazy. What do I mean? It's better to take small steps, throw away 1 candy wrapper, wipe down 1 cabinet, put away 1 sock, than to do nothing and be lazy. Soon, your small steps snowball. You find that it's been 10 minutes and you have already picked up and put away 57 things, then 157 things. So don't discredit the small. The small steps matter. The small moves make for a tidier, more peaceful home and a done to-do list. Number 2, refuse to be a tired person. Anyone who knows me is probably laughing at this, especially if you have heard me say this in person. I recently told myself that I am making a change and I am not a tired person. You know, kind of like when you say, I'm not a runner, I'm not Irish, I'm not a pediatrician. You're stating a fact, like it is a descriptor of you, your character, your personality, not a temporary state of being. I'm not trying to promote delusion. Hear me out. When you refuse to be a tired person, you stop making excuses for your laziness and your tiredness. You are never too tired for anything anymore. It almost feels more empowering to choose rest. I choose to fall asleep instantly as soon as my head hits the pillow at night. Again, I know you may find this humorous and you can't identify, but what if you could? What if this is the new way of thinking you needed to break out of some bad habits? It's worth considering. All right, number 3. Assume your children will grow up to be busy too, and model how you make it work. Where do you speed up and where do you slow down? We will likely have children who turn into busy adults with lots of commitments just like us. Even if our children move to a remote farm with their families and their animals, there will still be lots of work to do. So we need to model how we make it work. Are we doing it with a positive attitude? Do we get all of our work done on the weekends and ignore cooking and cleaning on the weekdays? If we have 5 minutes while our pasta is boiling, can we switch the load of laundry from the washing machine to the dryer or read a board book to our toddler? It sounds dorky and over the top, but I have a reminder every Monday to clean my car. It's on my phone calendar and an alarm goes off at noon. I realize that I need those reminders earmarked or else I won't prioritize them. I think it's important for us to show our children that we always make time for what's important. We won't be given extra time to do all of the things we want to do. We have to make it work somehow, some way. We have to cut back or find fringe minutes to manage our crazy but beautiful, wonderful lives. Number 4, marry the creative with the mundane. Again, what do I mean by this? Can you brainstorm meal plans in your head while you wash dishes? Can you dream up a fun homeschool activity while you scrub a toilet? Just like with being busy, I don't take pride in multitasking or task stacking, but that's just how my brain has operated for so long, and I know I'm not alone. Sometimes your regular everyday tasks that require little to no brain power are the optimal times for your imagination to run wild and plan your next big goal, including what steps you need to take to get there. Like with the last piece of advice, you're not necessarily going to magically receive free time to plan and create your next life-giving project. You have to squeeze it in somewhere. Sometimes that means squeezing something else out, or sometimes it means squeezing a few things together that play well together, like chores and brainstorming. You probably already do this, and I encourage you to keep doing it. Otherwise, washing dishes is just washing dishes, which is okay sometimes. And number 5, establish some non-decisions. I may have spoken about this in a previous video, but I can't repeat it enough. Do we allow, and dare I say, create opportunities for too many decisions that do not need to be decisions? This is why moms fell in love with the idea of a mom uniform. This is why it can be helpful to have eggs and toast for breakfast every single day and never switch it up. Decision fatigue is real, at least for me, and I have found that the fewer decisions I have to make, the calmer I feel and the happier I feel. I like fun decisions every once in a while, like ice cream flavors, but sometimes I just need 2 options. Do you want chocolate or vanilla? Obviously chocolate. In this case, I am so happy that I only have one option. It's apple pie. That's it. So I challenge you to think about the things in your life that could be non-decisions. Memorize your route to work so that you don't have to rely on Waze or Google Maps to save you 2.5 minutes that actually added how much more stress because you had to carefully watch where you were being directed. I hope this video was helpful and relatable. I hope you enjoyed watching me make apple pie for my sweet family. I have made hundreds of apple pies by now, and no two have ever turned out the same. Just like you and me. You may be able to relate to things I'm saying, but our lives will never be exactly the same. But I hope you felt like you could connect with what my heart wanted to share today. I hope you felt like someone understood your world and the challenges you face. Homemaking can feel hard and lonely, but it doesn't have to be that way all the time. I feel like every day I am trying to be less busy and more intentional with my time. I want to devote my time to what really matters to me, but as my children grow older and their needs change, busyness looks different in each season. I hope you are able to find your balance and enjoy all the things that this autumn has to offer. If you like this video, please like the video and subscribe to get more motivational content. Praying for you always.